Hi everybody, and welcome to the 51st episode of the Pear podcast. Sandi, a warm welcome to Ray Elby.
Hi everyone, and hi Luke. It's nice to be back. It seems it's been a while.
Nice to see you back. A few changes since you last visited, so you might have a couple of new villagers to meet. But yeah, how are you doing? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Just enjoying this lovely summer weather in Animal Crossing.
Thankfully, the rain has held off a little bit, but I think last time I was complaining it was so rainy and that I put down all those flower blocking custom designs, and then actually it hasn't really rained very much in game since then.
You'll be prepared though for when it does rain.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing actually. I've been digging up flowers because it's been raining quite a bit in my town. But in amongst all the lovely weather, it must be like raining at night because all these flowers are appearing in the morning.
Oh, I thought it only happened if you saw the rain.
No, I'm kidding on that. So I'm just saying it must be got all the flowers I've got. It must be raining.
Oh, it's just been ages since you cleared them up.
It's just been ages, yeah. Because I think, I've actually been using it as an opportunity because I know we had a wee chat the other week about the tools, about the tool achievements.
Yeah.
So I've been using that. So I've been just crafting flimsy nets and shovels and whatever fishing rods.
That's such a good idea.
So I've went through quite a few shovels. That F was just too hard for me to speak there.
Yeah, I love that idea. I just couldn't believe it. I can't remember how many it is now, but
it's like
you need
thousands.
to like craft like 1,000 tools and break. What is it? Crafting or breaking? It's crafting, isn't it?
Crafting, yeah. But then I think it is.
What?
But like, actually, we don't even know because we're not on the road. I think we looked at ours and we were on the road to either 1,000 or either 2,000. But then there was another one after that, so we don't actually know what the max is. It could be 5,000 or something. It feels.
I'm just so lazy, and I always go and buy my tools from Nooks. And I quite often buy two and then go and put one in storage in case it's nighttime and they're shut.
Yeah, I used to do that with my shovels and my slingshots because slingshots it's not something that you always use, but then it's that there are times when, do you know what, you're looking for balloons and then you've run out of slingshots, the shop's shut. So I used to like dot them around the island, just like place them because they're quite small, so they're inconspicuous.
Yeah, I always used to get stuck on them when I'd come to your island and doing a bug off. I'd get, what's this thing that I can't get past?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking they're out the way, but I think they're out the way for me because I know they're there.
Yeah.
So yeah, my flimsy shovels and nets because I'm one away from completing my bug collection.
One away?
Yeah, thanks to you. But I actually thought that was the last one. You had visited my island last week for the first time in a while and you spotted a cicada shell on one of my trees.
Yeah.
And you kindly offered it to me, and then I felt bad after it, but then I did take it. So I caught it thinking, oh, that's the last one, but it's not. I've still got to get a golden stag. I remember searching for a golden stag for so long, and I actually thought I'd got it, but I'm thinking I must have just blanked it out of my memory because I couldn't find it. It must have been like a bad memory because it's only available for like July, August, so it's only a short time you've got. So yeah, I've still got a golden stag to do. So
is that one of the ones that is only on the palm trees as well?
Yeah, I think it's the palm trees, and obviously at that time after 8 or can't remember. I've been using one of the apps to track the times so I can remember to go on and have a wee search. And then I've been spending a lot of time in Cap'n Islands try and get that. So, but I've been catching a lot of bugs, so because I used to scare them away, but I'm thinking that probably might not help. So I'm just trying to catch everything now. And then hopefully I don't know, is that what it works? Do you think they'll only spawn after every so many cats? See, because it's a rare bug, do you think you need to catch so many bugs, or do you just think you're going to be lucky and just see one?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I know that some of the bugs only appear after you've caught a certain number in the game in total, but I don't think it... I don't know.
It's just your luck.
They do seem more rare though, don't they? And that app that we were talking about gives it like a star rating of rarity, so there must be something written into the code to make it more rare.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe it's just I run around too much and I've probably scared it away because it's heard me thundering down that beach.
Yeah, I definitely scare off palm tree bugs all the time.
I know, because I think you think, oh, I've got loads of trees, I've got a more chance to build, like, catching it, but sometimes I think they get in the way of each other, and the ones that you want are, like, behind, and you don't see it until it's too late.
Yeah, I have been trying to make a really concerted effort to sneak around when I'm on the beach, but I just forget. You only remember when they fly off, and you're like, oh no, I was meant to be being quiet. Oh, there's your friend Dobie come to say hello to you, Sandy. He is such a lovely addition to my island. I absolutely love him. One of my favourite crankies so far.
Yeah, he's cool.
He did have to move, actually, since we've last chatted. But I wasn't ready to let him go yet. Do
you know what you should do? You should make him a bigger garden.
Right, yeah.
I just said to you earlier, I read his little, well, it obviously isn't signed from him, but it's definitely from him on the little bamboo tree beside you. And it was saying something about wishing he had a bigger lawn so he could tell people to go off it. Something like that. So I think you should give him a bigger lawn.
I should do. I have been thinking about that, actually.
And then he won't ask to leave again. He won't ask to leave. Maybe he's felt not got much space to roam. He's not got much space for his own. A wolf, he needs some territory.
Yeah. I've been thinking about giving them all bigger gardens, really, and having a bit of a shake-up. I love the kind of avenue of houses all being down there, but they don't have a whole lot of space, really. Dizzy and Biscuit have got their big park, which I see them in quite often. And then, Poppy's house is kind of off to the side, and she's always in her garden. I think that's really nice. So maybe they just all need a little bit more space. But just a first thought, really. I haven't made any plans at all. It's a bit of a daunting task, isn't it, moving 7 villager houses?
Yeah, I wish No, I don't wish it. I don't want to make it anything any more easy, because I think that would just take some of the fun out of the game. But yeah, it is when you've got a plan in mind and you do have to move a lot and you feel like you need to do it now. It's quite a task.
I think that'll be my next thing, though. Maybe try and pick a plot on the island and do one house move. Or do one at a time, I guess, to keep it manageable. I need to come up with some ideas, though.
Yeah, and I think if you've got too much to do, it gets a bit overwhelming, and then you might lose it. And you're like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah, definitely. Bite-sized projects are like perfect. That's like, like when you go to Happy Home and you do one person's house and garden. That's a big project, but you can normally do it in one session, and it's like kind of more manageable. So maybe I'll treat it like that. But yeah, Dobie having a big kind of a big garden, a bit of wolfy wilderness is a cool idea, actually. Or he could maybe like have a nautical theme, because every single day for the last 3 or 4 days, he's greeted me by saying, "Let's get on a boat and go and sail off on an adventure."
Oh, maybe you should move him down by the pier and give him like a wee area down there. That's his little private pier. Although no, you've got a lot of stuff going on down there, haven't you? You'd have to move.
Yeah, it is kind of Captain's area right now, so. But that's a thought.
Or it could be anywhere that's on near the sea.
I think that you probably want him to move to your island, though, right?
Yeah.
So you should be encouraging me to get rid of him.
Well, not that I'm hoping to get somebody to move. I'm waiting for a few more pictures. But then I've still got a few pictures now to get, and then I've been taking in, well, not taking in, like, I never volunteered to take this one in, but I've been taking in old villagers that I've had that I've already got the pictures, so they're just kind of taking a space, but they're just too cool to, like, go now.
Oh, are you talking about your new Bob?
Oh, yeah, my random moving Bob. Yeah, I think the last time we recorded, I don't know if that happened after or around about the recording, Portia asked to leave, and that was fine because she's been here quite a while. And then I haven't played for a wee while, and then I've turned on the game. I must have been button bashing the usual, like trying to get Isabella to shut up. I just want to get in and play. Charming. Don't lie. You used to do it, I'll do it. Everybody does it.
I do. Yeah.
So I must have missed, like, we've got a new not campsite. It wasn't a camper. A new resident. And then I just seen him on the map because I was trying to go through all my villagers to see if anyone might have a thought bubble, and I seen Bob and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Yeah, so Bob's here, and he came from one of our friends on the Discord, so I don't know how long he's been on his cruise, but he's made it to Lochram, which is nice.
It's kind of weird that you've got an old villager back, but a different one, right? Not the one. It wasn't like your Bob had gone to this person.
No, it's not that. Oh, that would be good. I don't think I would let somebody go that they did that.
But it's just strange that because that exact same thing has happened to me as well with Marshall arriving. So, as you know, Joey moved out because we were talking about Joey maybe going to stay with you.
Yeah, that's why I was searching for the thought bubble.
Yeah. The lovely Joey has moved out, which is really sad because he's amazing, but
you need to make room for new faces. Well, you think you're making room for new faces.
It's nice to change it, and I was happy to let the plot fill and see who came. I did kind of think about going and doing some Nookmile Islands, but didn't get a chance. But yeah, that's okay. Let the plot fill, it's fine. But it was Marshall. I'm pretty sure it's not my Marshall, but I don't know if they would acknowledge that, or even if that's a thing that's possible to happen. But he's definitely from a friend's island, because I saw him wearing a Christmas jumper today, but he hasn't mentioned it at all. He just turned up and was like, here's the Marshall show, here I am. He didn't say where he'd come from, whereas quite often the first thing they say to you is where they came from, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I ran to go and check to see if he'd tell me. But he recognised me, but he never told me where he came from, so maybe I need to do some more digging later.
Yeah, so I had another friend go and visit him, and he didn't say anything to them, so he didn't say he recognised them or anything like that. So it's someone that you've been to visit a long time ago, and obviously I've been to visit because that's why he's in my queue. We'll find out. So we've got a mystery Marshall on Ray Albie at the moment. I mean, I'm not mad about it at all because Marshall is really totally cute and I love him, and I don't have another smug at the moment, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, he's a nice fit on your island as well.
Yeah.
You need a smug, but I think that's just the perfect smug for your island.
Yeah, he's cool. So
because he gets away with it because he's so cute.
Yeah.
Because you've got to admit, some of the smugs that just annoy me, like, but it's not because there's a personality. It's probably because you don't really like their aesthetic or the way they're like the animal that they are. But squirrels are cute.
Yeah. Talking of squirrels, I got 2 photos from Poppy since I last saw you.
2?
Yeah.
Maybe she's trying to tell you something, Luke. Maybe she's like, oh, I think it's time to go, but I just don't know how to tell him. I keep giving him photos.
No way.
Sorry.
She's the one that loves her garden the most. She's always out in her front garden. She's got little benches. She was out looking at her flowers with a magnifying glass, sitting in the garden reading a book. I hope she's happy here.
I wonder, maybe it's your stalking her that's doing it. Is that the way you used to say, like, oh, take a picture if you're staring at someone, you want a picture, and maybe she's just giving you pictures. You're stop staring, stop taking me pictures.
He's lovely.
No, I couldn't imagine her leaving here.
No, she's part of the original Ray Albie team, but she's not that original, is she? I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't see her leaving.
Yeah, I think if she's not left and came back, then she's original. Like, she's not.
I meant the first 10, but she wasn't the first 10.
But she's the original Poppy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's been anyone else new since we chatted. Did you meet Ribbit before?
I didn't know. I might have bumped into him. No, I didn't. No, I can't. No, I didn't.
So, yeah, Ribbit.
You're pleased with that?
He's a jock.
Oh no, I think I did see him last. Was it last week? It might have been last week, but
Now, he is a really, really super cute looking jock. The little metal frog vibe is very cool. But I am already sick of the dialogue. Several times he's told me that all of his abs are named like whatever, Abigail whatever. It's like, don't want to hear it, man. I do not want to hear it. It is just the most boring thing to me. But I like seeing him around. He is cool looking, and his cool tracksuit, doing his weights out on the beach. And I feel a bit guilty. I mean, I've made like zero effort to build him a garden or anything. It's just empty. And I feel a bit bad. But honestly, once I get his photo, he is immediately gone. I'm sorry to anyone who is a jock lover or a ribbit lover. There's someone out there for everyone, and but he's just, sorry, he's not for me. So if you want to meet him, make sure you go and say hello before you leave today, because he'll probably be gone by the next time we see each other.
Oh, poor Ribbit. But yeah, he's cool in this, because I think I do like the robot looking character villagers, but I don't think that can outweigh the repetitive jock talk.
He's got a cool looking house inside as well, like with mechanics or like an electronics table and circuit board kind of equipment, and like a little workshop thing going on. So if he talked about that once in a while, then it would be fine. It's kind of the same deal as Sprocket, right? Sprocket was a jock too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Sprocket, yeah.
And he had like this cool music house.
Yeah, it was like a DJ. He was like a DJ, but he had musical instruments in there as well. But his was a cool. I think you've got a cool house. You would rather them speak about the backstory, like why their house is like that. They might have some sort of hidden. I think they should add more dialogue. I think
it would be nice.
Like as a little updates, just as little updates, just for the people that have obviously been playing it throughout, and then like they say something new, or they're thinking just it's a wee simple thing. Well, I don't know if it's simple to do, like actually into the game, but it's just like such a wee small detail. I think it would be good. Just make you excited again, like, oh, what they're going to say now, because I've heard it all before.
Yeah, I'm guessing that our scenario is quite unique. I doubt there are that many players that are getting up to like the 3,000 hour mark that are still interested in playing, but fed up of the dialogue, but not fed up enough of the game to like leave it behind. So they wouldn't be probably catering for that many people if they did an update on it now.
Nah, so they're not going to do it. Thanks for spoiling my dreams. Look.
Anyway, the team are working hard on Splatoon 3, right? So I'm all for that. And then when they finish Splatoon 3, they can start working on Animal Crossing's New Horizons. Yeah. I feel like I haven't been speaking to Ribbit very much because I just kind of don't want to hear it. But I've been admiring him and taking pictures of him anyway. And I've been gifting him every day. I don't know who I would replace him with. I think because I've had a couple of random move-ins, I might try and get an amiibo ready for that time. I did have a couple of campers that I really wanted, but neither of them were very interested in staying. Especially, I had Nana and Eunice. Nana the monkey and Eunice the sheep. And Eunice is really cute. And I was really keen to get her to come and stay, but she was having none of it.
You like the sheep character villagers, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really do. I didn't at first when the Game Fest came out. I was unsure of them, but then... Was it you? We had your Willow first, was it?
Yeah, I had Willow. Yeah, I had a Willow. Sure, she was great. She was just nice.
She was great. And I've had a couple since, but yeah, they're cool. So how about your island? Anyone else apart from Bob? Any campers or anything?
No, I had a couple of campers, but I never took any pictures of them, so I couldn't remember when I was going through them. Oh, who was it that was there when you were visiting? I had one, the Buck, was it? Was he
Oh, yeah.
He was a jock, so I was like, oh, I'm not even going to be fighting that. For so long I was like, oh, I'll take anyone, but now it's just like, no, I need to like limit my time to how much I spend on that game, because sometimes it would drag out for days because I was just desperate. I needed to have the person that was at the campsite, but I realised time's more precious than that, so I can wait for new villagers.
Yeah, what did you do with your 1 hour's playtime today, Sandi? Oh, I spent the whole thing standing in a tent trying to convince a horse to move to my island.
Yeah. Although I do like the high-low card game. I prefer that. Lopez, I think, had invited me over to his house and we were playing that. I don't mind that.
It's a bit easier than Pick a Suit, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd think, but I was still getting beat, but I don't really care because there's no objective. I'm not trying to like get him to do something, so I don't care if I lose. That's a lot of...
Yeah, you're less invested in the t-shirt with bib or whatever they're trying to palm off on you.
Yeah, so I think I just bought his chair off him because they let you buy stuff, and then I just put it outside in his garden. Because I hadn't decorated it as much, his garden, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take the inside out.
Nice. Does he still have that in his house, though? I always worry that they'll...
Well, it was two.
That he's just...
two rattan. I think he's got two rattan chairs. No, yeah, I think he had two because he wouldn't let me buy the second one. I did try to buy the two of them. Or was it the table? I can't remember. But I think he did have two. I've not been back in to check. So you'll still have a place to sit.
Oh, let me know. I want to know that.
Yeah.
Because I'm always worried that if you buy something, it will disappear. But then I've also thought, if you buy something that you don't like in their house, that's a really nice way of being able to take it away without having to go through the whole process.
But they don't let you buy anything. There's only certain things you're allowed to buy, so you need to be lucky enough for them to be wanting to sell it as well.
Yeah, right.
But no, I remember, I don't know oh my goodness, that's terrible. I can't remember what villager this was. Oh, it was a bird, and I had took some of their things. I'd took their bed. I'd bought their bed out the house. It was one of the hay ones. And it disappeared, but I don't know if it went back. Jay, that's who it was. No, it wasn't Jay. No, I don't know who it was. That's terrible.
Well, I don't know. You've had a lot of villagers pass through.
I have. I can tell you the plot where he is, but
It gets even worse when you've been doing Happy Home as well, because you get up to
more.
30 or 40 people that you've built homes for, and then you just can't remember anymore who I've built homes for, because I did a couple this week, and then I just thought, oh, hang on, I've already done this, but I hadn't. But I did some past villager houses this week, which was really nice. I did one for Joey, actually.
Oh, that was nice. How did you do his home?
Well, when you use an amiibo, they tell you what they want, so you have to do what they want. Whereas if you find somebody at Happy Home, you do get the option to just make your own suggestions about what type of house they want. Joey wanted a spa and a cafe in the same house. So I found that a bit challenging, but I did it for him. He ended up getting the world's smallest cafe because I did the spa first. And I think I really...
bar or a spa?
Spa.
A bar, right.
No, spa. S-P-A.
Oh, spa. I thought you said a bar at first and a bar and a cafe. So that's not looking too
It's just my pronunciation.
Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah, spa. It took me a long time to kind of do something I was even remotely happy with. And then I was like, I am not spending any time on this cafe. So I did him a well-formed but very, very tiny cafe. I think because I spent a lot of time on his garden before going in and starting the house, I was already a bit like, I need a break from this. But I love the idea that you can make them a home after they've moved out, like the ones that are really, really special. It's just like what you used to do when you take them to halves for their leaving parties.
Yeah, like, just for some like memories.
Such a nice kind of thing to do to commemorate their time with you. Makes it easier to let them go, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've not done that for ages, actually. Let you start.
Yeah. And I also did a home for June. I was always a little bit sad that her home was a bit sparse on the island. I think I've mentioned it before because it's got big things in it, like the shell arch.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a lot of room for her to have other stuff, so it was quite empty. And my dream was to take her to Happy Home and build her like the perfect replica of her house, but much bigger so that she could have loads of cool stuff in it. But then she asked for a pharmacy. And I was like, that is a weird request. So I made up this really cute like beach house for her with all the shell stuff out the front. And then I was going to hide all the pharmacy stuff away, like tuck it around the back of the house or something, and then just make her the house that I wanted to make for her. But then actually I was like, hang on, if she wants a pharmacy, I'm going to make her a really nice pharmacy. So I made her a lovely, like, dark wood, old-fashioned, like, apothecary kind of thing. Nice. And it looked really nice in the end. I was really pleased with it. So I'm glad that I went with actually giving her what she wanted rather than just doing what I wanted.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. I feel like we've had loads of in-game events since last we spoke. Oh, and did you notice Isabel announcing the fireworks coming up? I'd forgotten about that.
No, I didn't, because as I say, button bash. But you said that you noticed her doing it.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Does KK play on a Sunday then, or not? Or is that just a coincidence if he plays on a Sunday if there's like a bug off? Or does he not do it? Oh no, he can't play if there's a fireworks. That's silly. Never mind.
Yeah, he doesn't do a Sunday. He's playing on Sunday this week because it was not this week. He played on Sunday last week because it was the bug off last week. In fact, I think we've had two bug offs since we last. So I had a really cool night
PT
at KK Sunday. Oh yeah, I did both bug offs. I think we had a fishing 20 as well, right?
Yeah, we've had a fishing one. I'm pretty sure I done the fish. Did I do the fishing one? I'm not sure. I like to do them, even if it's just like a one. You know, if I'm not on my own, I'll just do one round. Just do the free round, and then I won't pay. Sorry, Flick and CJ. But yeah, this time I did the bug off with some friends, and that was really nice. Yeah, but bug off is always great with friends, and I was doing it with a friend who has not got all the prizes yet as well, so it was kind of, there was a drive to make sure that, you know, got lots of bugs and tries to get as many points as possible. It was really good fun. Now, I did not catch anything new, unfortunately, but that's only because I caught
so many new things since we last chatted. I meant to count them up before we started chatting, but I reckon I've caught like at least 20 new things since we were last together. One thing I'm still missing is the cicada shell, which we talked about.
Yeah.
I found the only time I've ever seen one is on your island that time.
So I think I'll need to go around to your islands, try to see if I can find you one before I leave.
It's ready now. I mean, it's the right time of day for it, but like they don't fly away if you run past the trees. So why is it not really, really easy to find? Because it's not like it's a rare one either, I don't think.
No, but I have to know. It depends what time. I think they're quite hard to spot if you're not looking for them. You know what I mean? Because they could be running through, like, I don't know. They might just be there all this, like, a lot of time. You're just not looking for them at that point. You're too busy, like, running past to even spot them.
I've been really trying hard to look for them now, though, so I don't know. I'm down to basically that one and the rarer beetles.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I caught my fly. It was so long ago now that I forgot to be really excited about it and tell it to you the first thing that I said when we started recording. Yeah, I finally got my fly.
That's took a while, yeah.
After having all that trash out for months. It was months, right?
Yeah, it was months, yeah, because I think it was there at the start of the gap and then whenever we get back to recording.
Oh, wow. There was a time when there was a mosquito as well, and I thought it was a fly. Caught that, and I was so gutted. But it wasn't. It was like only a couple of days after that happened that, yeah, I just got my fly. I was so happy. And then I think it was the end of June and something was leaving. I think might have been the gar that leaves at the end of June. There was one of them anyway, one of the pond fish like that you catch in like the top level, I think it was. It was leaving at the end of the month, and I was like, I'm going to go on a fish hunt now. And I spent hours and hours fishing, and I had such a lovely time. It was like a really different way of playing the game for me, because I hadn't done a whole massive load of bug catching. And I don't know, catching the fly just kind of, it was such a nice kind of excited feeling of getting something new and giving it to Blathers, and it really inspired me to go and like try and get my bug catching and fishing going again. So yeah, I tried for ages to catch that gar, and then I decided that making bait was the single worst thing about this game, and that I definitely do not support having to make bait. So I did something that I've never done before, which is go to a treasure island. Have you ever been to a treasure island?
No, I've not been to a treasure island. I've been to catalogue islands, but never a treasure island, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know how they work, but you find them on the internet. Like this one was on Twitch. So just have a live stream on Twitch with like 12 or 16 different screens up, all with different islands on, and a dodo code. And you can just fly over to one of these islands for nothing, and they just have items laid out, and you just go and take as many as you want.
Just fill your pockets.
Yeah, fill your pockets. And like I've never minded the grind in this game of like, having to get as much all this gold to make your furniture, or all the things that you have to collect. I don't mind that at all. But for some reason I just can't get over how annoying it is to go and dig up all the bait. Yeah,
manila clams are just awful. You can't place them.
They don't stack.
Yeah, you can't multiply. See, I wouldn't mind it as much if they'd stacked, or you could craft multiple at a time.
Yeah, totally. And I don't never normally mind having to craft one at a time for things, but with the bait, that was just like my limit.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember during like if one of a group of friends that we had, we were trying to help one of our friends catch a certain fish or whatever, so we were all making bait, and that never bothered me. But see, when I go to try to make bait for myself, it's like the worst thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind at the time going digging up and running to the crafting bench to make someone else bait, because there was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just felt
it's nice.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you. The bait is the worst, and I think I've been quite lucky though as well. I think I won a competition and I had won like so much bait off them, which was handy.
That's such a good prize.
And
Brilliant.
then on Nook is on for a while. Well, there's been a couple of like little brief episodes where I'll just be like on Nook is on all the time, just doing trades about certain things. But then I was selling things for fish bait, so I got a lot of fish bait for that because I didn't need money. I didn't need Nook Mile tickets.
Oh, that's clever.
So I was just always like, when I go in to sell things, like I think it's probably flowers. Like I'm going to probably do it again soon to get rid of my green mums. I don't like getting rid of my green mums like in the bin. I like to pass them on because they're quite hard to self-breed yourself. It's one of the rarer ones, not like a blue rose rare,
Right,
but
yeah.
it's quite, well, I found it difficult. Maybe it was a purple one. Anyway, they just grow like wildflowers in my town, so I was selling flowers for fish bait, or if it was wood or whatever you need, rather than the normal Nook Mile tickets, because people might not have a lot of Nook Mile tickets. So, and that's the way to sell it.
That's a really clever idea.
The thing is, if I'm selling things for fish bait, another person's looking for like 100 Nook Mile tickets, then they're going to pay in fish bait.
Yeah, right. And anyone can afford it because anyone can go and do it, and it's like,
because it's free.
Yeah, that's such a cool idea, and I love like that. It's a bit more. There's like a social aspect to it as well because you get to meet people.
Yeah.
The Treasure Island thing definitely felt like cheating, and I didn't have to speak to anyone the whole entire time.
Oh, so you don't go and like make up wee emojis, because I think that's sometimes obviously people have bad experiences on Nookazon or any trading like in Animal Crossing, but I've always mostly had good ones. And there's times where I'll have pictures of these strangers because we're maybe just doing something weird. I would have had like wearing the same thing, or so you go and like do your reactions together and take, because you know they're doing the same thing. They're taking a picture as well. Just So yeah, it's nice even visiting randoms. I know people don't particularly like that, and it's maybe hard for some people, but it's a nice experience. That is just a temporary, fleeting one as well. So it's just.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to bear that in mind next time I need bait. I got through that bait so quickly.
Yeah.
Over 400 bait.
And you'll have lots of like flowers, and you'll probably have loads of stuff that actually people want that you might not think is like in your storage.
If anybody wants stars, I have so many star fragments.
Oh yeah, like star fragments. Yeah, oh definitely.
All the different zodiac signs. But yeah, when I came back with my 400 bait in my pocket, it did feel like cheating a little bit, to be honest, but it's fine. I didn't have to dig up all those clams. But I caught my char. I think it was the char. I caught my whatever I was looking for.
A dar.
I got a lot of other ones as well. And I got my cast master 100 in a row.
I know you told me the other day. I was so jealous. I just wasn't really saying much, but I think I was like jealous because I just can't imagine that happening.
No, and you know what? It was a real surprise because what I did is I put 100 bait in my pocket, and I was like, right, just going to have complete silence, turn my game up, I'm going to sit, concentrate, I'm going to catch 100 fish in a row right now, and I'm going to finally do that achievement. And then I got to about 50, and my Nook phone went off. I didn't think anything of it because I thought I was still miles away, and I just went in to check the achievement, and I got it. So I'd already been up to 50 in a row by the time I started that. So that was a huge relief, because I feel like if I'd have got to kind of 80 and known that I was that close, I might have started getting a bit sort of trigger happy and a bit nervous and maybe made a few mistakes, because that's what's happened in the past.
Yeah, that happened to me the last time we spoke about this. I think I was on about, I don't know, I was up high anyway. It's past the 50 mark that you get a notification for the 50, do you? Or do you?
Yeah, you do it at 50, yeah. But it also tells you how close you are in the, like on the achievement. It will say, I think mine was on like 81 or something I got to one time, or 89. And it said it there. It's like, oh, it's rubbing it in. But hey, I've probably got 100 bait left. If you want me to give you some bait today to go.
I should still have some bait. I think I've got some fish to catch, so I think I'll try and like do that as like a wee cherry on top. So if I get all my fish and then, I've got that achievement there. Because I'm not concentrating that. Because if I went on bait, like you said, I've got 100 bait, I'm going to catch 100 fish. I would get nervous, like I would go through them. And then as soon as you get, I think as soon as I get past that 50 mark, then I think that's I need to go through all that again. Once it's that, I'll get nervous.
Yeah.
So I think I was on an island. Oh yeah, because I was on Captain's Island, and it must have been a good island because I had caught like a few snapping turtles, and oh my god, is it an Aripama? Aripama, the big like black and red fish.
I know the one. Yeah, I don't know how you say that, but yeah, I know the one you mean.
I just forget. It sounds silly, right? But I always get like a bit of fright. See when I catch a big fish, because it's just so much bigger than you expect. Because then I went on and I caught a whale shark, and I knew sharks are big. I knew, but that whale shark is just like, it's the way it just comes out. I always get a wee fright, and it did it with Aripama.
It's amazing. I like it. I caught the whale shark recently, which is, it's very big, it's great. And a great white too, which is also massive. They're cool, they're really cool looking. I love the way that the fish look when you catch them. They're really great. Yeah,
because I love that they're still like flopping about as well. I don't know if you notice some of them, like their tails, not a tails fin, but I've like...
Yeah, moving. Tails.
Yeah.
They have tails.
Fish tails. Sorry, it just sounded strange saying that they had tails.
It does sound a bit. It does.
And
now
I'm like, do they have tails? Like now, that's my.
I'm pretty sure they do. When you start thinking about things like that, then you can't. It just sounds funny, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, sorry, this is just so random, but now I've just got the image of, I don't know if you've ever seen The Sword and the Stone. And when they turn themselves, the witch and him, or the wizard and Arthur turn themselves into like fish, and I'm just sitting there wagging their tails. I don't know why, that just popped into my head because I can't get over the fish tails.
Yeah, I haven't seen that for so long. That's the Disney one, right?
Yeah, it's like an older one. I don't know when it was made, but
I used to love that as a kid. I'd totally forgotten all about that.
I remember I had it in VHS.
Yeah, same here. That and Robin Hood.
Yep, Robin Hood. I've actually got that in DVD somewhere because that was what they were like my favourite. I'm saying that they're my favourite. It's probably like because it's the Disney movies that you had. Yeah.
I might have to dig out Sword in the Stone because I have no memory of that fish scene at all. So obviously it's been far too many years since I've watched it.
Yeah, I'm just. Now I'm doubting myself as it's or not as definite as Sword in the Stone. I'm sure they turn themselves into fish, like they're doing their I was going to say transfiguration, but aye. So that was a bit off topic.
No, it's all good.
So anything else been happening on Untitled Bay, or you been any trips out? Have you managed to play out?
I don't think I've been off island. I haven't done a cabin tour or anything for ages, but when we were talking earlier, I did think that maybe I might try doing a nook mile or a cabin and like cutting down all the trees to make just some palm trees for those beetles. Or, some of the cabin islands just only have palm trees, don't they?
Yeah, that was the one that
maybe I'll do that.
I found with the Aripama. It was a really good one. Just keep going. Oh no, the thing is, you're only limited to one camping island, but then see with the day you find that, it will always be on that day if you're doing some time travelling. If you know what I mean.
Oh, okay, really?
Yep.
So, but you can only go to it once. So if you time travelled back, you wouldn't be able to go to it again.
Oh, so now you can. So that just defeats the purpose. Yeah. Aye. So just don't listen to me.
But
there must be like a set order. Do you maybe it's a random, like it must be like set out. You know the way meteor showers are set out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And they can track them. I wonder if somebody can do that. If they can predict what camping islands go to.
Yeah. But yeah, not much that I've done. I haven't done any work on the island or anything, but we had a very important birthday last night, which was Ketchup's, and Dizzy's birthday earlier, like a few weeks ago, which are both very cool. I think Joey went to Dizzy's and they were both looking pretty smashing. And then Dizzy must have loved his birthday because he went to Ketchup's.
Oh, that's nice.
He was like, had not had enough cake. Of course he hadn't. He's a lazy boy. He can always have more cake. But yeah, we had a lovely time at Ketchup's birthday last night, and that was great.
Did you manage to open up for anyone to visit celebrity Ketchup?
No, unfortunately not. It was a bit late by the time I played, but she was still partying.
Oh yeah, so she'll be partying all night. Yeah, I think Isabel and Poppy. I think I can imagine they two going around when everybody else is not there and just having a wee girls' party.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's nice.
Just because Isabel and Poppy, although they like to look after everybody, I don't think they like to be in the mix. So yeah. They would have liked to go around and say happy birthday on their own when it's a bit quieter.
Oh, I love the idea of Isabel going round to the birthday parties when she gets off work. That's really cool.
It happens, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, why not? But she just waits until you're asleep because she's such a dedicated public servant that she wants to make sure that she's there if you're awake.
Yeah.
But when you go to bed, then that's when Isabel's, life starts really. She's out and going to the birthday parties, going to the roost. I hope so.
Oh, did you get lots of pictures of Ketchup's birthday though?
I got
a wee
look. I find it so hard taking pictures of the parties, but I did get one really cool picture of her. I like the handheld camera for that. Yeah,
I was just about to say that there, because since the additional camera mode, it is much easier now, I think, to get pictures. It's still tedious, but I think it is a bit easier.
Yeah, I got a lovely picture of her. They just have the best time. They're so full of joy, walking around whistling. I love it. Even if it does mean you have KK birthday stuck in your head for several days afterwards. It's a small price to pay. Yeah, well, it's been really good catching up. I think I've mentioned all of the major events, unless you want me to list off every single fish that I caught. I've got a list here. No, I won't do that. No. I'll spare you that. How about you? Have we caught up on all your gossip?
Yeah, just a bit. Actually, no. Cherry was sick the other day. I remembered about this because it got me thinking. I know I wish I would add this to the game. They're done with Animal Crossing New Horizons. I don't know why I'm even contemplating these wee ideas, but it was just such a nice thing. If you get sick and you had to wait and see what villager came and visited you to bring you medicine before you could start your day. That would annoy people, but I think that was so hilarious.
That's such a cute idea. They would have to come around immediately when you started your game though, wouldn't they? Else it would be frustrating.
Yeah. I know but just a bit like your birthday, the way we used to turn on the game.
Yeah.
You get that wee night, that surprise there, but I think it'd be nice. It's obviously a wee bit extra. Maybe you could skip it. Maybe I'd give you an option to skip it. Obviously it's never going to happen, so I don't know why I'm theorising, but I thought that'd be quite cute because I didn't even know she was sick because obviously I've got her photo, so I wasn't visiting her. But it was Fred, whose photo I haven't got, and he told me she was sick and she should need to give her some medicine and
see her, yeah.
some apple juice. So I sent her some apple juice in the mail anyway, because I can't give her it when she's not well, and I took her some medicine. But then it just got me thinking, like, how nice would it be to have a wee sick day and then somebody's going to arrive with some medicine for you.
I love it when you give them the medicine and they do the little flourish and like they're just all of a sudden much more well again. It's brilliant. It's really cute. And I used to love that when you get stung by wasps and you could walk around the island and like sometimes the villagers would give you a medicine for it then. But not always.
No, some of them will just laugh at you, like Tabby the other day. Like, oh yeah, you look like a monster on like the movie set. Like, haha, you should take some medicine. Like,
oh, cheers, Tabby. Come on.
But I think Stu, is it Stu? Yeah, Stu, he ended up giving me medicine.
Oh, that's nice.
He did insult me, but he did give me medicine.
Lovely.
But yeah, sorry, that was my wee thought. Medicine.
No, sorry.
Medicine
I like
delivery.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that Nintendo are listening to these podcasts, and I'm sure that all of these ideas that we're having, which are so amazing, are all going to go into Animal Crossing's New Horizons.
Yeah.
Which is going to be coming out, probably very soon.
Yeah.
Next year, hopefully. Yeah, next year probably.
Next year? Are you kidding?
Yeah. Yeah, I am kidding. I also don't think they're listening. But if they are listening, Nintendo, feel free to use any of these ideas.
Yeah, I'll give you them.
You go for it.
For free.
Yeah. Our gift to you is a thank you for this wonderful game.
Wonderful games. Judy coming to say hello. I think we've had Dobby.
Yeah.
That's what I miss when I moved the set, like that we recorded in last time. Don't get as much traffic up in that little island, so I might have to rethink that. Because it is nice. I don't know if it's not nice for you to edit, because especially when people's heads are in the way.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's worth it. I mean, we've had, at least 3 today, right? Judy, Ripper and Dobby. Yeah.
There you go. But it's been lovely catching up again. And
it's been great.
Hopefully not too long for the next one.
Yeah.
Lots of things happening.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody that's joined us. Absolutely lovely to have you with us talking about our New Horizons activities. Please, please, please do share what you've been up to in your games with us as well. We love to hear it. You can leave us a message on YouTube, or you can come and join us on Discord and chat all about it. We'd love to hear from you. And I guess we'll see you all again next time, hopefully.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, Luke.